Ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? Check right. They go line 52 right here. And I'm coming after you.
Jackson, option right. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Got it. 52, right 52. Drop deep, drop deep. Check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Good. There we go, Mike 20.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
First down, Buccaneers.
Here we go. Everyone got 4.
They'll run on 1st down. Weber. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. From the 41, Jackson. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check nickel. He's coming. We got double up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson, option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And it's the tight end Howard complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throw left side complete to Harry. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Let's go!
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 24. check, double.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Back, back, back.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Check. 14. Crunch. Left pass.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy. Touch.
Wilson operating from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 20.
This is Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 28-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none. 12. You don't want none. Check. Mike 20. Watch the run.
Throwing again here, Wilson. His throw incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Rush in.
On 3rd down, Wilson finds his target. It's Gates. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check foot.
One pass. SOS.
Now Wilson. Gates has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Go. Forward.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Left side complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Gates, the intended receiver there. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
We got this.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Here's Jones. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the team.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And Jackson throwing once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the side. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Weber. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This is fielded at the goal line. The beautiful fake. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 25 on second down, Wilson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Got it. Hey, alert.
They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Check. Alert. Right, let's go. Hey, Mike's 15.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and he rifles one incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run for Weber. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Weber. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calais Campbell on the stop.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll run again here with Weber. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Bradley. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You're not ready. Like 15. Like 15. I'm coming at you.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, Mike. Let's go double count right here. Double count. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
Watch the edge.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Jackson options out left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
At their own 32-yard
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A very solid gain of 27.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Get him.
On first down, Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
At the 3-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's see what you got. Check safety. Watch out. Hey, 0.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Procise. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive a few moments ago. And he loses the football the second time.
Wow, that ball gets... free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Jackson, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Gordon on 1st down. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A.J. Green with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Let's go.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Set the tone, defense. Set the 12.
Wilson to throw. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Go! He's checking.
Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Under 10, 10.
Jackson to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The tight end Gates, the intended target.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side, complete to Herring. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught on the right side by Jones. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
You got that right there.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Buccaneers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.